Ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you that Mr. Lodha, as a professional, as an entrepreneur, has had a very, very interesting journey so far. He belongs to Mumbai, but he studied in the US at the Georgia Tech University and then started his professional career as a business consultant at McKinsey. And sometime early, I think around 2012, he came back to India and joined the Lodha Group. And since then, he has been transforming the real estate space very, very significantly, whether it is housing or office space, office realty, or low cost housing. Every single space in the real estate business is being impacted by him. Realty is also the largest player in our country in this sector. What I can say with great deal of confidence is that his intellectual charm is something which all of you would witness. Welcome to you, Mr. Lodha.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma, and thank you for your kind introduction. That's a very important question, one that all of us are grappling with. And unfortunately, there is very, very little historic precedent for a circumstance or situation like the present one. And therefore, we can only, use judgment to guess what the circumstance will evolve to be. My personal view on this matter is that the role of the government is extremely important. I think in some of the Western economies like the US, the UK, the government has come out very forcefully. They have essentially underwritten the financial and debt markets, and therefore the likelihood that recovery will be strong and job losses will be for very short durations or minimal is quite high. And I think that is the crux. How can the government contain job losses? If job losses remain contained for the first 60 days after reopening, then I think the economy will rebound very quickly and we can see a V-shaped kind of recovery. So clearly the hardest hit sectors have been travel, hospitality, and then social or leisure sectors like restaurants, cinemas, retail in general. So I would say that the hardest hit sectors would be travel, hospitality, and retail and entertainment. Obviously, the impact has been felt across the board by different sectors, but these are the front line of the impact. Clearly, every coin has two sides, and there are various parts of the economy which are benefiting from the fact that people are being forced to stay at home and yet wish to have at least some of their regular life continue. So e-learning is clearly one sector which has benefited a lot. E-interaction apps like the ones we are using right now, we've all heard of Zoom and so on, they've all benefited a lot. Zoom's market cap has doubled to almost $40 billion in the last 3 months. Those which provide connectivity, whether on your phone or Wi-Fi or any other means of connectivity, those service providers have done well because obviously consumption of data has gone through the roof. Home entertainment providers like Netflix, Apple, Amazon, and so Disney, Hotstar, and so on, those continue to gain more and more subscribers and possibly see long-lasting change in habits, which will even sustain after the pandemic has gone away. I can only summarize what I have read, reflected, and understood. I would say that obviously cash is very important. Making sure that you manage your cash cycle well, in spite of the fact that inflows from customers will be slow and there is no point in pressurizing them. So managing your cash cycle is important. Second, I think remaining connected with your employees is very, very important. They themselves are going through huge amount of stress. They are probably in less control of their future than you are as a business entrepreneur. And therefore being connected with them, being reasonable with them, being transparent with them is very, very important. Last, I would say, is optimism. we all, every entrepreneur shares a common trait, which is optimism about the future. And the world even came out of the Great Depression, the world came out of the World War, the world came out of the global financial crisis. And there is no reason why we will not come out of this. And the normal trend of human progress will continue. This is but one more bump on the way.